Today we will discuss about organizational structures and required configuration of organizational units whenever required. So, if we see what is an organizational structure? Organizational structure is nothing but the enterprise structure. So, what does it mean? So, if there is an enterprise or if there is an organization, so normally the head of the organization will be like CEO, and after CEO there will be president and vice president, like that, right? So even in FI, if we want to create FI in SAP, there should be some structure which we need to follow. So that is like the organization structure. So the highest level of the organizational structure will be the client, and after client it will be chart of depreciation, which we use in asset accounting. Then chart of accounts, which we use to collect all the GL accounts under chart of accounts. Credit control area. This credit control area we use to set the credit limits for the customers. Business area. So business area is the one which we discussed in our first video. Like we can group the businesses of particular geography or related to the particular product, and also based on the data we can consolidate our reporting based on business area. So all these things, chart of depreciation, chart of accounts, credit control area, business area, can be assigned to more than one company code. That means different company codes can use the same chart of depreciation or chart of accounts or credit control area or business area, and even company. All these things, all these 5 things: chart of depreciation, chart of accounts, credit control area, business area, and company, can be assigned to one or more company codes. So these are all called organizational units. Normally in many of the interviews we can hear the question from the interviewer asking, what are the organizational units in FI? And there are different organizational units in CO. That is nothing but controlling area, operating concern, like that. We will discuss when we move on to controlling part. So as per FI, this is the organizational structure. So the highest one is the client, chart of depreciation, chart of accounts, credit control area, business area, and company. So whenever interviewer asks next time what is the organizational structure, organizational structure is also called as enterprise structure. No need to confuse between these two things, organizational structure or enterprise structure. So under that there will be different organizational units. If he asks about organizational structure, we need to explain him that it starts with client, chart of depreciation, chart of accounts, credit control area, business area, company, and company code. If he asks particularly about one organizational unit, or otherwise if he asks what are all the organizational units in FI, we can tell the same answer. So the highest level of the organizational structure is the client. What do you mean by client? So if you have real-time experience, we will be knowing that there are 3 different systems: development, quality and production. If you see, the client IDs will be different for each and every system. Like development client will have some different client ID, and quality will have different client ID, and production system will have different client ID. So the data in the development system, quality system and production system will not be the same. It have its own set of tables, and that have the separate master records and its own set of tables. So each client will have its own set of tables. So, and one more thing is the general data which is used in the organizational structure is stored at client level. So we know that when we create an master records, there will be two kinds of data stored in the master records. One will be general data and other will be company code data. General data will be at client level. Company code data will be saved at company code level. Okay, general data can be used by all the company codes. So the data will be stored at client level. Each client contains one or more chart of accounts. As we know, in FI, the other organizational unit is chart of accounts. The chart of accounts, why do we need chart of accounts? Chart of accounts represents collection of all GL accounts used in that particular client or particular company or of group of all company codes. So all the GL accounts in SAP are grouped under chart of accounts. It might be different chart of accounts. A company code, a company or company code can have different set of chart of accounts. But a company code can be assigned to only one chart of account. But the chart of accounts can be assigned to many company codes. It contains the specifications necessary to maintain a set of general ledger account master records. For example, chart of accounts specify whether a GL account is a balance sheet account or a profit and loss account. In FI, the items contained in chart of accounts represent expense or revenue accounts. So recently in SAP S/4HANA, while creating the GL account, before it was just like only balance sheet and profit and loss account, but they have introduced non-operating income and expenses account and operating income and expenses account. When we create GL account, the GL account type, we will select it from 4 different categories. It is like balance sheet, profit and loss account. Under profit and loss account, it is divided into 2 categories: non-operating or operating. Non-operating expenses are revenue and operating expenses are revenue. We will check all these things when we do our configuration on general ledger master data. So chart of accounts. So under chart of accounts, we will create a company code. A company code is the smallest organizational unit for which a complete self-contained set of accounts can be drawn up. In our first video we have seen the creation of company, and the chart of depreciation we will see when we do asset accounting. And next step, chart of account, we will do the configuration of chart of accounts today, and whatever is required we will do today. We already did in our first video the company and company code, so today we are going to do chart of accounts, and other things like posting period variant, field status variant. What are all the things required to post a GL? To post a business transaction to our company code. Let us see step by step process. So company code, we have already created the company code, and we know the purpose of the company code. So we have already created a company code by entering name, address and currency of the company code, and 4-character alphanumeric. We created it as T0009, and we are maintaining the data here. Okay, each company code has only one operating chart of accounts. So as we know, there are 3 different chart of accounts. One is operating chart of accounts, group chart of accounts, and alternative chart of accounts. Alternative chart of accounts. So for each company code, it is mandatory to assign operating chart of accounts. However, you may assign several company codes to the same chart of accounts. Financial reporting at the company code level is a legal requirement. So balance sheets, profit and loss accounts, and advance returns for tax on sales and purchases are generated for each company code, which we discussed in our second video. Even balance sheet and profit and loss accounts can be generated on monthly, quarterly and yearly basis as per the requirement. So a fiscal year is generally a period of 12 months for which a company must create a profit and loss statement and balance sheet. So yearly statement is mandatory. So in FI, if we talk about the word currency, it is a legal payment currency in that particular country. The local currency is specified in the company code. When amounts are posted to the system in a foreign currency, they are automatically converted to the local currency of the company code. So this we can check when we post a document. As we all know, we have created a company code currency as INR. If we want to post the document in USD, while entering the document, we will change the currency to USD and post the document. But after the document gets posted, we can see that the document has posted in 2 currencies, one in INR and one in USD. So to have that settings, we need to maintain a currency translation ratio. We check all these things in while doing configuration. If your company uses the controlling module, each company code is assigned to a controlling area. This controlling area is again an organizational unit in CO. So controlling area identifies a self-contained organizational element for which the management of costs and profits can be performed. When a document is posted to FI, the costing data is posted simultaneously to the appropriate controlling area. The controlling area is also defined in CO module, whereas FI is concerned with financial accounting, CO is largely concerned with the financial management. So mainly the CO is used for internal reporting purpose. How they are spending their money and where they can cut off the money for expenses and how they can increase their profits, means like where they can cut down the expenses and so that in that area they can increase the profits. So these are all, for all these things CO is very much useful. So as discussed, the same chart of accounts can be used by multiple companies with the same basic account requirements. As well as the operating chart of accounts, there are other chart of accounts that provide additional reporting opportunities. So for example, in Switzerland, companies also use a country chart of accounts, sometimes called an alternative chart of accounts. This is because certain accounts must be reported on under state law. Another chart of accounts, the corporate group chart of accounts, gathers dissimilar chart of accounts together for consolidated reporting purposes. So what is consolidated reporting purposes? So all the company codes or companies can be consolidated into one group and they will prepare the financial statement at the group level. For example, if you take Alphabet, which is a parent company of Google. So always they will talk about the Alphabet company. These are the financial figures which it has generated for that particular year. So what does it mean? It will collate or consolidate all the data of its subsidiary companies, which is Google and some other companies which are under it. So it will consolidate all the data and it will report its financial statements. So that is called group, that comes under group chart of accounts. So but to report all these kinds of statements, you can choose whichever chart. When reporting, you can choose whichever chart of accounts you want. But however, day-to-day postings are made with the account numbers from the operating chart of accounts. One general entry captures the data necessary for all three charts, making real-time up-to-date reporting possible for the operating country and corporate chart of accounts. Okay. To this, we will start the theory part and we will go to SAP to check how to create chart of accounts. Before creating chart of accounts, let us check OBY6, which is global data of company code. Let us position our company code T009 and display it. T009. we can see for our company code. So all the information related to our company code can be viewed in the single screen. So here chart of accounts, if there is any country chart of accounts, credit control area, fiscal year variant, company code is productive, business area financial statements, field status variant, posting period variant. These are all the important required configuration to post a document into SAP. So for few things we will use the system provided system provided numbers or system provided configurations for fiscal year variant and posting period variant. Let us see, and we will create our own chart of accounts, and let us see how we will do that. We will create a chart of accounts, fiscal year variant, posting period variant, field status variant. We will check all these things in this video. Let us move on and create all these configurations. So if we want to create chart of accounts, let's go to financial accounting global settings, because it can be used by all the company codes. Chart of accounts can be used by all the company codes, so it will be in global settings. Financial accounting global settings. And should be in general ledger accounting, data, preparations. So again little bit okay. Edit chart of accounts, list, and click on new entries, and we will give the same name T009 and description as chart of accounts for T009, maintenance language as English, and length of GL account number is 4. If you want to maintain group chart of accounts, so the chart of accounts, all the chart of accounts under this group can be consolidated later. So if required we will do it later. Now as of now we will save it. So the data is saved. Okay, this is how we create the operating chart of accounts. So after creating chart of accounts, we will come back and we will assign the chart of accounts to our company code. Our company code is T009. Position it, and we will assign our chart of accounts to our company code and save it. Data was saved. Now we move on and create the account groups, and let us see the importance of account groups. Now we see how to create account group. Define account group. So when we are discussing the organizational unit, we discussed like the GL accounts we will categorize into balance sheet and profit and loss account. So we are grouping the GL accounts as assets, liabilities, revenues and expenses. So we will create 4 account groups, so which we can categorize the GL accounts. So let us create new entries. Chart of accounts is T009, and we create account group as assets. So assets we will give 2000 to 299. And we will create liabilities it is from 1000 to 1009, 199, 1999, and we will create revenue, revenues is from 3 series 3999, and other one is expenses. So it will be 4000 to 4999. So we save it. So now we move on to fiscal year variant. So fiscal year variant again is a global setting which can be used by all the company codes. So it will be in global settings and in ledgers. Fiscal year and posting periods. Maintain fiscal year variant. Before creating the fiscal year variant, we understand what actually the fiscal year variant is all about. So the fiscal year is usually a period of 12 months for which an organization regularly generates reports. The fiscal year may correspond exactly to the calendar year, but this is not mandatory. A fiscal year is divided into periods. Each period is defined by number of days in a month. You must first define the periods, which in turn defines a fiscal year for your organization. When the fiscal year variant is defined, there can be two different scenarios. It might be exactly as the calendar year, or it may be a non-calendar year, and also it might be a shortened fiscal year. If shortened fiscal year is nothing but if the fiscal year, the year which they are considering is less than 12 months, then it is shortened fiscal year. Now let us move on and see what are all the fiscal year variants provided by the standard SAP. We can see there are variants. So normally there are 45 entries. The entries provided by standard SAP normally will be V3 so you can see here this is April to March, which is the same period which we follow in India. This is the same financial year. 12 posting periods and 4 special periods. If we check this, how the periods are, we can see first month, (31 days), but it is period 10. So why it is? Because we defined April as the first month. So if April is the first month, see this is the period 1, April. Month is 4 and period is 1 and day is 30. So it starts from April 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and July is 4, August, September month, October month, November month and December month. So January will be 10, but there is an year shift. And February is 11th month and March will be 12th month. So what is this year shift? Why they update it as -1? Let us check on that. If we want to understand the year shift, first we need to understand the financial year concept. So for example, if we take the current financial year, it is 2021. So the financial year is from April 2021 to March 2022. So if we want to check, okay, let me show you in the Word document. The financial year is 2021, but it covers months April to April 2021 to March 2022, but the financial year is 2021. If we see 4 months, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 comes under 2021, which is the same financial year. So there will not be any year shift, but for months 1, 2 and 3 it falls under 2022, but the financial year is 2021. So we do year shift as -1. That is what configured in SAP. This is what the -1 concept is, because the financial year is still 2021, but the months which are including in this fiscal year is in 2022. So we are, as the financial year is 12 months, so we are doing the year shift of -1. So system will understand that this is total financial year of 2021. In the same way we can do it for, we can understand when the year shift is +1. Year shift can also be +1. What is that scenario? Scenario is we are in 2021, but the financial year, just for example, financial year starts in October 2020 to September 2021. In this case, the financial year is 2021, but we have few months in 2020, so we are year shifting those months to 2021 by updating year shift as +1. So in 2021 there will be, in 2021 there will be 12 months. So this is the concept of year shift in fiscal year variant. Now we check the standard calendar year variant K4. So K4 is the calendar year. So for calendar years we don't normally maintain the periods because it will be dependent on the month. It is like no year shifts and nothing, so it will be we will just tick this calendar year. So it will calculate the periods as 1, 2, 3 and the number of days in the months as the period days. So year dependent. So if it is a calendar year we will check this box. If it is a non-calendar year we don't check this box. So these are all non-calendar years if we see. So let us check for our V3, the one we checked before, V3 we can check. This is not checked. And here shortest description of the fiscal year variant, shortest indicating the relationship of the fiscal year to the calendar year and how many special periods are used. So this is year dependent. So why do we use this year dependent? So we can see few fiscal year variants are configured as year dependent. That means if we use this fiscal year variant, that can be used only for that particular year. So you can define a year dependent fiscal year variant. This is a fiscal year variant that only applies to a specific calendar year. And even we can see we have to enter the period ends defined by month, so this is for this calendar year how it was defined. You can see the number of posting periods are 53 and it seems it is not fully configured. It's an year independent. Number of posting periods are 53. It seems for every week they have created one posting period. So there are 53 posting periods. So this is dependent for this calendar year 2021. So it will not be further carried over to other years. That is what year independent is. So what are the other special periods? we need to know about special periods. So we will understand how these special posting periods will help in posting the transactions at the year end. So special posting periods subdivide the last regular posting period for closing operations. So special posting periods will be 13, 14, 15 and 16. So as there are four special posting periods, it will be maximum of 4. So when we use this special posting period in SAP subdivides the year end closing month. Year end closing month is 12. That month into maximum number of 4. Merely dividing the last posting period in SAP into several numbers is called special posting period. This enables you to create several supplementary financial statements at the year end. A fiscal year usually has 12 posting periods. In general ledger accounting, you can define up to 4 special posting periods. So in total, you have 16 posting periods. If you use these additional special posting periods in SAP, then you must specify it while defining the fiscal year variant. You cannot exceed the maximum number of posting periods, that is 16 posting periods for a company code. When you enter a document to special posting period, you must take the following things into consideration. What is that? The posting date must fall within the last regular posting period. If you check the posting screen, this posting date, we give period as 13, but this should not so if we take the fiscal year as V3, fiscal year variant as V3, the last period will be March. So it will be like, even though the period is 13, the posting date month should be in 12th. So this is what this means. You have to enter special posting periods in the document header, as it cannot be determined automatically by the system. The posting date must fall within the last regular posting period. Posting period will be 12th month posting date, but the period will be 13th period. So the transaction codes for fiscal year variant is OB29. Even we can go in the alternate way, OB29. Actually I have locked this already. In other screen it is showing. So these are all the things regarding fiscal year variant. Even we can create our new variant, but it is always suggested that we can copy the variant. So we will do copy as, select entries we will copy v3 actually I'm going to position it. Save data, let's cancel. Okay, awesome. Okay, let me /n ob29 and let me position to v3 and I will select it and I will say copy as. So let me give it as T and 9. Into chosen. Let us apply. So entry one of the entries we copied as dependent entries. You can copy the entry with all dependent or just the entry itself. So we will copy all. Then entry is copied 44. So it is always better if you want to create any new variant, you can create by copying the existing variant. So I think that's all for today. I think it was already I have covered much of the things on fiscal year variant. If I go on to posting period variant and other things, it will be much more confusing, or I am giving a lot of information in the one video, so which you can't concentrate. So let us talk on the or practice in another video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe for my channel. Thank you for watching once again.